there's just too much to talk about on TV now. You got I don't know if you're watching things on Netflix, if you're watching Empire on
Always.
Fox, and but the topic that I have for us today is the fact that what everybody was talking about, not just that the Daredevil show was like a phenomenal. It was way better than the first season, but we can get into that. We're going to talk about what everybody's talking about this week, which is the crossover of Supergirl and Flash, and what makes this unique. I know, Sean, you're not caught up
No,
on
I'm
these
not caught
shows,
up, but I am watching.
but the cool thing about this is that on the CW, you have the Flash. Flash is now in, I think it's on the second season, the third season, and it's a spinoff from the Arrow show. At first, he made a guest appearance on Arrow in the third season, I believe, and then they say, well, he's going to get his own show, Flash. And everybody was thinking, oh, no, Flash. I mean, they tried that in the 90s. It's kind of goofy, the red outfit. But then when it released, it became everyone's favorite between, the two shows. I mean, Arrow was a big deal, and it kind of, in the third, fourth season, people started to think, okay, it's getting kind of ridiculous. But Flash was consistent. The first and second season was amazing, and it's just the tone is so positive, and so that team works so well together, and it's even better today than it was on day one. And I agree, I loved Arrow, and now Flash is my favorite. So
Oh,
now it's
wow.
Supergirl, and it's got almost got the same kind of energy. It's very uplifting, very positive, very bright. It's not as gloomy and dark, but it kind of struggled a little bit, and I think with this crossover it was the booster shot that Supergirl needed, and now Supergirl is like I think is on a new path thanks to Flash. Not just thanks to Flash, but the actor that plays Flash. I don't know his name. You gotta watch. I don't know. You said you've been watching Flash.
I started to, yeah. I haven't gone that far into it because I'm watching a couple shows at the same time. I'm kind of doing Daredevil and Flash and X Files and there's tons of them. But I
Yeah,
will I will watch all of them. I will.
that guy, man. I don't know what it is. He has this positive. You can only imagine that in real life he's like this, sort of like this, because this energy that he brings. Whenever he comes over to the Arrow show, he makes it better. On his own show, he makes it better. That team, they work great together. When he came to Supergirl, all the little weaknesses that they were having, like struggling to have chemistry and whatnot, I think he was the missing link. He fixed it, he tuned it up, and he left. And now I think moving forward, the characters on the show. I mean, if you haven't seen it, I don't want to spoil it for you because if you should check it out.
I think Supergirl's hot.
Yes, and they explored that a little bit, like the chemistry between him and her. But the unique thing now, this isn't a major spoiler because it might not go anywhere. But here's the speculation. This isn't rumors and specs, but here's a rumor. Not a rumor. Here's something I'm thinking. So, not to spoil the show for you, but one little tidbit was the fact that since Flash was accidentally went into the Supergirl universe. Now he jumped from not only just to another universe, he came from the CW to CBS. That was a big ass jump, right? So they're produced by the same people, but they're on different networks. But CBS, the people who own CBS are also the same people that own CW. I didn't know that. That's why it was easier than you think it was to make that happen. So in a little part of the episode, Flash kind of explained that there's multiverses, there's different Earths that just vibrate at different frequencies. Flash was able to run so fast he vibrated on Supergirl's Earth frequency and he accidentally jumped in there. So the weird thing about it is every time Flash on the show, he goes to a different Earth. There's always another him, in another Earth he's an evil jerk, or he's not the Flash at all, or he's a bum, or he's rich, or some different.
Oh, it showed it multiple
Yeah,
times?
there's multiple. There's a multiverse. So if he goes to another Earth, there's another him, and his friends are all there, but they're kind of different, things like that. But this time, they didn't do that on this little bitty tidbit, and I think other people might have picked up on it, but I haven't heard anybody talk about it that much. But when Flash came to Supergirl's reality, he looked on the computer. There was no him. There was no doppelganger of him. There was no other superheroes like him. None of his friends, none of his family, no one was there.
He didn't exist.
He didn't exist. Not his doppelgangers were not there. Just like on Flash's universe, there's no Supergirl or Superman. And he asked, he said, "Hey, you never heard of the Flash? Nope. What about Green Arrow, Black Canary? Any of these people that's on these other shows?" Like, nope, nope, nope. Like, you don't exist here at all. And they didn't explore this. And nobody's really talking about it. But here's my little speculation. if Supergirl ever gets canceled, I think it's coming to the CW. If that happens, I think there's going to be some kind of event where those two worlds will then become one, and it won't even affect anything. Now Superman exists in the Flash world, and Flash now exists in their world, and it won't change anything. I think those two Earths are exactly the same. It's just that Flash doesn't exist, and none of his friends exist at all. And on the other world, only Supergirl, and blah blah blah. So I think if that ever happens, if one of those shows gets canceled, those two Earths are going to come together.
It makes financial sense.
Exactly. So I think that's why they left it out like that. He's like, hey, he said, how the hell can you fly like that? He's like, I'm Supergirl. You ain't ever heard of me? Nope. It was funny. It was just, they were the missing pieces of a puzzle. So I feel like that's probably going to happen. Because it was rumored that Supergirl wasn't going to get renewed.